Big up Therapy Army. Let's be having you. Let's be having you. Let's be having you, people. How we doing? Big up to everybody who waited. Evening all. Big up, people. Apologies about the lateness. Lots of love. I hope you all were madness. Good day, everyone. Wishing the machine problems are the worst problems. I folded my washing room. I just had issues with the opening of the filter. Open stock clock machine up. Oh man, big up, man. Big up, bro. We feel bad for you. Listen, I've just done that. I've just put it at the bottom there. Keep calling people. Let's go try to answer the questions. Let's try to answer the question. Big up, Joe. United shares lost $2 today. Guess news about Glazers being disappointed in affecting the market. Interesting. Hi all. Leave the like on the way in. Big up to Khalis Ramadin Lassie, Chief Editor United Real Therapy. Big up to everybody. Listen, this is a call-in show. The thing's there. Let's have your questions, people. Let's have your questions. We're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be raising issues like how optimistic you are. People told me negative. Let's see if the listeners want to spit it tonight. Come on, spit it, people. Therapy Army, I want to hear from you all. So let me give it to me straight. The first question is, how optimistic are you about the season? Second question is, are you happy with the signings? Third question is, do you think Glazers are going to sell? There we go. We've got our 3 questions, people. So let me hear you now, Therapy Army. Let's be having you. Our first caller, big up to my brother, East Africa in the house. East Africa in the house. Noah. Only Noah, there's no problem. You know what I mean? That's a historic name. Noah. The biblical names are tonight. Big up to you, brother. Talk to me. Listen, how optimistic are you about the season?
Well, this season, I'm getting not too much, very exciting. I know it's going to be a very tough one. Some of the clubs, Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, so many great teams are going to be very tough games. So even if right now, but as long as for me, I'm very concerned for the next season. Is about our defenders, even for the midfielders as well. For me, that's the main problem I'm concerning because of I know some of the players that we might have got rid of, like for example, you mentioned like David De Gea and some of the players that have left the club. It's going to be a tough one for me. Without David De Gea, it will be very difficult because of that conceding too many goals. It's not the same year, the last season that David De Gea saved us. But what's the expectation of Onana and Onana's expectation? But will he be the same as De Gea? I don't think so, because I believe Onana, he has a passion. He can deliver us a goal because he has a kicking most abilities that he have. But as long as for me that it can help us to gain the goals that we want, and also that makes me concerned. Number 2 is Mason Mount. That's the main problem that I'm concerning, because putting on the midfield want to work for Casemiro, even Bruno Fernandes as well. Because if listen, I know Mason Mount is not a bad player. Listen, last season he might have the worst season that he ever had, but we'll see what happens. We have to just give him a time, but it makes me concerned because as being as the number 7, it will be a flop to me. Zan worse than Anthony. That's all I can say to you. But I'm really happy that we bought Rasmus Holland, the new Denmark guy. Listen, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how he can score more than goals, but I believe he can score maybe 10 or 50 or 20 around that. Let's see what can. That's all I can say to you, Norde.
Big up. Second question. What's the second question, people? Second question is in terms of Manchester United. So you're not happy with Mason Mount? You are quite disappointed that he's gone. You're not happy with Mason Mount. You think we're gonna miss David De Gea. Do you think the Glazers are gonna sell? That's my last question. Do you think the Glazers are gonna sell and gonna go?
I think for me, there's a possibility for me that the Glazers must sell this club because we all know that because I'm sick because we are sick and tired of it. We cannot wait this answer because we want this answer. We demanded this answer for because of the question because I'm sick and tired of it. Everybody in the whole world of United fans are sick and tired of it. Something needs to change because in the past generations, the Glazers haven't done any business of the transfer markets with the club that are financing the issues of situations that we have. We don't have a directing football that can control for the transfer that buying the new players that we need. That's the main problem. Look, if you look at Man City, how they developing the fence, the training facilities, every single thing. You can mention that because they are smart. Not just that, if you can mention Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, you can mention anyone, even the same as Arsenal. Listen, the owners of Arsenal right now they're even better than us because I hope one day the truth will come out that the Qatari will win this race because I believe that anyway. That's what I can say. But the only thing that I can say is we have to believe in God. That's how I can say it.
Big up to you, brother. Lots of love and light. Good to hear from you. Big up, Noah. Thank you so much for your contribution, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, peace out.
Peace. Take care, brother. There you go. Let's Soul Football TV. Talk to me. How you doing, Tom? You hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm all good. And yourself? And big up to,
I'm good, man.
to the other well.
Three simple questions tonight, Lesso. Three simple questions. How optimistic are you about the season, upcoming season? Question 2 is, are you happy with the signings? Question 3 is, do you think the Glazers are going to go?
I mean, the first one is self-explanatory, man. I mean, I'm not really that optimistic about the season. I feel like, the transfers in the way it has gone so far, obviously it has went slightly better than, the worst that we had assumed before, man. But we're still in need of addressing a lot of position. The club in itself has been a shambles in terms of the wholesale thing. It's gonna factor in, and as much as people don't like that, and as well as we don't know really what we're trying to do. I mean, to be honest, we went from a team that wanted to play a certain style of football. Now this season we've brought in the likes of Mason Mount, and so it takes the club in a different direction. The style of play and everything that comes into it. I don't know if the manager has like abandoned his philosophy altogether, or was it even his philosophy to begin with? Because I'm actually starting to doubt that it really was. The Ajax style of play is actually the Ajax style of play. It comes from the structures at Ajax. Every manager that goes there plays. There has to play a certain a way that the club wants them to play. So we right now I think we're seeing what the manager wants to do because he has the power to obviously implement his style of play and implement obviously bring in players as well. So to answer your second question, what was it again?
The second question is, are you happy with the size? So the first question is, are you optimistic about the season? Second question is, are you happy with the signings? And the third question is, do you believe the Glazers are going to go?
Second question. So far so good. Yes. I mean, he brought in. I actually like Højlund. You know, like I remember telling you this a couple of times that he is not the finished article yet, but he is an all-round player. You know, he's the type of forward that is very progressive, and he's also got a lot of more years to improve. You know, so he's a potential buy, more or less. I would have liked us if we were a competent club, we should have brought in, you know, another more experienced striker. You know, so that he could, I'd say, you know, we have a smooth transition in terms of the striking position. Where as well as midfield, I'm not happy with the Mount signing. So for me personally, I'm more so far I'm on the average because like the window's not closed, so it's very hard for me to say I'm whether I'm completely happy, or I could say so far I'm content with it. I'm not entirely happy, and I'm not entirely disappointed from what I expected from the Blazers anyways. So and then to answer your third question, the Glazers will sell, man. You know, obviously it's gonna take time. I feel like it's gonna take time because of this. Obviously, the new deal with Adidas now has come in. I know people are saying, okay, it's only 15 million a year that they really gonna get in. So, but um, it's difficult. It's difficult, but they will sell. I mean, Old Trafford needs to be needs to be renovated. They still don't have the money for that, you know, and that's a disaster waiting to happen. I mean, to ask you this question, since I haven't yet been to Old Trafford because I've been meaning to go there. How bad is it really? You know, because from a media perspective and from a person who's from an outsider's perspective, it looks quite bad. We hear that it's very bad, but like literally, how close is it for it for the health inspectors and everyone to come in and say, you know what, we can't play at this stadium. I want to know that from you, because since you guys are match going fans and you've been there and you've always complained about how bad it is.
The stadium is an absolute. It's an absolute. Like it is. Honestly, it feels like it's 15th century. It looks like it belongs in like. It's crazy.
I mean,
like,
let's say it for what it is. We've seen better facilities in lower leagues, if we're being honest. Leicester City right now have a better training ground than us, and they're playing in the Championship.
And a better stadium.
And I bet, well, you can say that if you want to say that about King Power. I think it is probably more upgraded than Old Trafford. But infrastructure, they've not invested for 18 years. But everybody else has either built a new stadium, moved to a new stadium. I mean, even West Ham, they didn't necessarily to build the London Stadium, but they just moved to it. Got the contracts and terms to it, right? I think it's a 60,000 capacity stadium. They fill it out every week. Man United's what, 72?
Oh, Tom, I'm getting a really bad psychotic connection with your. Can you go out and come back, please, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. It's really bad as it's ever been. Big up Jarvis. Jarvis, jump on if you can. I've sent you the link on Twitter. Big up to everybody else in the chat. Oh, over 100 of you. Sorry that I was late. I just came out of the cinema. I was watching the Oppenheimer film. Why would people create an atomic bomb like that, man? Man's seen humanity to itself. Men full of ego, man. Honestly, it's crazy. But big up to you. The stadium is trash. The stadium is crazy. It's absolutely not worth anything that is written on. So it's not anything that what it says to Old Trafford. It's not merited of an Old Trafford stadium for any club with the size of the history and the prestige and everything that comes for it. It's not fit for purpose. Manchester United need a 100-seater stadium so that we can pack that out and have an amazing atmosphere. And we need a thing where all things can take place and all kind of events place where you can put in boxing.
Ventilate, you need ventilation
huge
rooms.
Concerts, huge concerts. You definitely needs a roof. You can close the roof. That's what it needs. That's the type of venue. That's the type of stadium we need. I think we need a fishbowl with a roof closing and a huge stands, and where majority of the fans can get in there. and we can become one of the biggest clubs in the world, sustain that reputation of being one of the biggest clubs in world football. Yeah.
No, I think they're gonna sell because of that. I think they're gonna sell because of that.
I think they could get that money. I think they could get that money from Radcliffe, and it will help make them stay. I think they can. Whoever was in the queue, try to call in. Please come back and make sure you show your face. I'm only accepting people who show their face tonight because I'm not having somebody try to sabotage the channel. We've seen it. I've seen little young men in here try to show their twinkles, try to get this channel closed. We've been there, done that. So please come back, people, and you're happy to show your face. We're happy to broadcast you. But I'm not here trying to sabotage the channel. It's not. We've got too much of a community to do that. So big up to everybody. But Lasso, I think Mount might surprise us. I just genuinely feel the signings, I'm not 100% happy because we don't have a cover for Casemiro. It's so crucial, and I think we need a centre half. Manchester United centre, and the idea that it's fucking Johnny Evans is laughable. I saw the highlights and I saw the first half of that game, but then I saw the highlights. So when he was on the pitch, he turns like a fucking double-decker bus. The guy is dead on his feet. Even Wrexham wouldn't fucking accept him right now. So why are Manchester United accepting him? What is this fucking jobs for the boys business? Get the F out of here without, miss me out without here. What are we doing? Are we simmer frame fucking FC? We have to always have one simmer frame fucking player in the fucking squad. What the fuck is going on? Johnny Evans was a good player. The pressure got to him at Old Trafford. He made mistakes. He was sold. He wished him luck. That's it. It's come to an end. To me, I always was doubtful about the Glazers, Sonny. That's why that's why Tom's been avoiding me. Tom's been all of a sudden started running for the hills because he knows that I'm, at the moment I'm winning. At this moment in time, I'm winning the bet, and he's refusing to go to that 4 or 5 star restaurant in Manchester, Curry House, where I'm having a 3-course meal on behalf of Tom. So Tom's on the hill. Tom right now is in the trenches. He can't get his head up. He can't get his head up at the moment. But that's what it is, Lesso. Anything else to add, bro?
No, besides that, man, I mean, like you said, I mean, if they go for Ratcliffe, I mean, it's still not long term, for them, because the way they've been running the club, it's not gonna sustain itself any longer, and I don't think Ratcliffe is gonna have that money in the next 3-4 years, because I don't think we're gonna do as well as people think we're gonna do on the pitch, anyways. I don't know how we think the past 10 years didn't exist. I mean, if you look at a business, for example, you look at its performances previously, and if you see that it's been run like that continuously, you would not want to bank yourself on it doing extremely well in the next coming years. If you see that the structures in the business haven't changed, if you see that the plans remain the same, if you see there's almost no improvement all around the business. So, that's why for me, I know that for a fact, you don't need to be a rocket science to see this. Man United isn't going to go anywhere in the next 3 years. Ratcliffe is not going to take us there anyways. So, it's basically the Glazers now, they might die on their sword right now at this point. But yeah, otherwise, no, big up to everyone in the panel, and yeah, I'm happy to have my say, and enjoy the rest of your evening, guys.
Yo, big up, brother.
Big up.
Absolute nothing but love. Big up to you. I'm just gonna pin the call-in that the basically for the link for the show. So any of you want to call in, but big up to our brother from Southern Africa, Lesso Football TV. Big up to him. I think, I share a lot of the things what you're saying, but I just don't believe the Glazers are going, man. I think they would have been gone by now if they really wanted to sell this football club. I think they would have gone by now, me personally. But big up to you, brother. We appreciate you. Love and light. Let the people know where they can find you. Is that at Lesso Football TV on Twitter, yeah?
Yeah, on Twitter it's Lesso Football TV, and on Instagram it's also Lesso Football TV. So, and YouTube as well, it's Lesso Football TV. So I haven't changed anything. So it's very much easy to find me.
Yeah, man. Big up. Make sure you check him out, man. Love and light, brother. Thank you so much.
Big up.
Peace. Yes, people. Yes, people. Big up to everybody. Big up to Tom. And big up to Jarvis. Jarvis, welcome back from your holidays. Hope you had a good one. Big up to you, brother. Can't hear you. Yeah, you're unmuted. Big up.
Yeah, I had a fantastic holiday. It was 24 days, but now I'm back at my old settings, as you can see.
I can see the sunshine behind you.
Commenting my mug, and I'm using the same mug as always.
There you go. Big up
It's
to
an
you,
old
brother.
one.
Big up to you, brother. Big up to the mug. Tom, let me hear if you can speak, brother. Let me see if you got rid of that.
Yeah. Is it gone?
Oh, it's a little bit still there. Jarvis, can you hear that's the static? What's going on, Tom?
Yeah.
Have you used
I
a
don't
different
know.
phone now? Have you been using a different phone?
No,
Hey.
everything's been the same. So I have no clue what the hell's been going on.
Jarvis, can you hear? That's
Yeah,
the
I
static
can. I can hear it. It sounds like when you have a Walkman and the plug is in and it's a little bit out, so it's like a electronic scratching sound.
Yeah. Are you using anything different, headphones or anything like that, Tom?
No, everything's been the same. What I've always used. So
Would you use the laptop or are you using the phone?
laptop.
Do you want to maybe try the phone? It might be better with the phone.
Yeah. I'll try the
Yeah.
phone.
Try the phone, brother. Let's see if the phone works.
Yeah.
Because
2
honestly,
minutes.
since I've got the headphones, it's like it's going through my body. Like, Big up to you, Jarvis. Jarvis, yeah? Going to America. Woo! Fancy, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
it like to be in a country where it's dark normally? It gets dark at a certain time, and then you sleep properly, and you don't have to draw on the blinds. Big up to everybody in the chat, by the way. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Listen, all of you in the chat, this is the time to come and have your say. Sheikh Arian, I know your GCs are not out, but come on, have your say. Everybody, I've pinned the link to the chat to come and show your face. Let me hear what you're thinking. Jarvis, talk to me. Talk to me about America.
I see a lot of people in the chat, and it's much of the regulars. Cleese, Alien, Tenno. Come on, people, call in. We need to hear your opinion about
Yeah,
things. It's
you're
very important.
always hearing our opinions. We need to hear your opinions. 3 questions. Are you optimistic about the season? 1. Number 2, are you happy with the signing so far? 3, do you believe the Glazers are going to sell? 3 simple questions. Just answer them. Come on, I want to hear you. I want to hear. I'm sick of giving you my 2 pence on everything. But seriously, Jarvis, I'll start with you since we haven't got anybody. How was the family? How was the holiday? See a bit of tan. I can see that bit of tan on you there. Go on, lad. I see a bit of tan.
Yeah,
bit of tan there. Bit of natural tan. Talk
been
to
on
me.
the beach. Been on the beach surfing.
How long were you away? 10 days, 12 days?
24 days. 24 days total.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been a long ride. It's a long holiday. And yeah, I did actually surf for the first time of my life, and I managed to stand on the board, but it's really hard. I did it for like 20 minutes, and I was knackered. I was gone.
Because
So
of the
hard.
car. You know why you get knackered? Stabilizing the car.
Yeah,
The car.
yeah.
The reason to have the balance is to stabilize the car. Tom, talk to me.
How is it going?
Hey, there
Yeah.
we go. Round of applause for that, Tommy. Hey, he's not only running for the hills, but he got rid of the static. You know why that is? Because they know he's on a loser. The Glazers, it looks like they're staying, and that's why his phone or laptop is like, we need to run for the hills, Tom. We need to run for the hills. That's
I'm
what
gonna
that
have to splash
static
out
was
some
about.
cash, you know. Splash some cash out, man.
So go ahead. So you've just been serving, Jarvis. You had a nice serve, and 20 minutes you were shattered.
Yeah, I'm getting old, you know. I don't have the core strength as I used to now. I'm 46. When I was in my 30s, I was a little bit stronger, but now, you know, that's life. But yeah, to answer your questions about how am I optimistic for next season? First of
We're
all,
2 weeks away. We're two and a half away. Yeah.
Season is coming hard and fast. So yeah, I'm optimistic. What I don't like is we haven't had the signings coming in pre-season, so we haven't get to know them good, and we don't know if Ten Hag has time to implement his style and way of play with the new guys. Onana is looking great. Mason doesn't look good at the moment, but I think he will come through when we get a striker, because a striker is very important. And Højlund, as I see it at the moment, he looks he will be good for us, because I have seen a lot of what do you call it, analytics of Højlund and the way he plays, and as the looks of it, it seems like a striker who likes to drop deep and be involved in the play up in the build up of the game. And he will probably play the same way as Weghorst did, but the problem with Weghorst, he didn't have the pace to come in front of the goal when we started building up on the side. Now we have Højlund, and he's extremely fast. He's got pace, so I think he will come good. And another thing is he will work hard, even defensively. He will wait on the right side when the Marcus will be on the left side. And if we have, for example, a corner against us and we win the ball, they will just run really fast, and we will create a lot of goals on the counter-attacking play. And I think that is the main target for the season, is Ten Hag's counter-attacking play.
Are you happy about we've signed Højlund? You rate him. You very much rate him. Obviously, he's a fellow Scandinavian.
Yeah.
You really rate him. Are you happy? How happy are you about signing him? And do you think that Manchester United got ripped off a little bit? Be honest, Jarvis.
Yeah, I'm honest. When it comes to Højlund, my number one striker target was Kolo Muani, of course, as you knew I said earlier, because he fitted our style, and he's similar to Højlund because he drops down and is part of the build-up. But I think Kolo Muani is more of a finished product. He is better at the moment, but Højlund has a great potential, but I think he won't score as many goals as we would like to. An output of 10 to 15 goals will be at the maximum for him next season, I believe. And people will be very frustrated because they believe we have signed Haaland, number 2, but he's not. He's more of a Weghorst with pace, or a Harry Kane with pace, but he's not developed yet. So we got to give him time. That's my opinion about Højlund.
Okay, so you're happy with the signing so far?
I'm happy with the signings, but what I'm not happy about is the outgoings. That's the biggest problem, because we need outgoings, and the only player we have actually sold is Elanga, with a little bit of money. But we still have McTominay here, Fred here, Maguire here, Henderson here. So that's the biggest problem, and I don't know why we don't sell these guys. It seems we are a little bit too difficult. We are at the moment when I think we should just get rid and try to build a new squad. For example, Harry Maguire, I think we had a 25 million bid, but we rejected. We want probably 35 to 40 millions, but I don't think that's doable with his wages. His wages is on like 200 to 250k a week, but so over a year, that's 5 millions extra. So if he signs a 4 million contract, that's 20 million extra for a club. So let's say if they buy him for 35, you had to add 20 million. That's a 55 million signing, and it's not worth that. That's the problem. So we gotta be more humble and go down on the price to sell Maguire, I think.
Yeah, man. Big up to you. Big up. Listen, there's somebody called Pop. I can't see your face. I can see the video, but I can't see your face. Pop, I can't see your face. Yes, there we go, Pop. There you go. I can see your face now. How you doing, brother? We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. Please say something. We can see your face now, brother, but you want to say something? Can you hear us? You might be, you're not on mute, but there's something wrong with your, you know what? You want to go back and come back, Pop? Just come back and make sure you get this audio sorted. Can you hear us? Okay, sort your audio out and call back again, okay? Okay, let's get to Tom. And final, before I bring in brother Saku. Is that how you pronounce your name, brother?
Sekou.
Zeku. Big up, brother.
See.
Let me just ask Jarvis his last and final question. Do you think the
Yep.
Glazers are selling, yes or no, Jarvis?
That's a hard question. I have always had the faith in the sales process. I believe if they want to sell, we have people who want to buy. But I'm not sure if they want to sell. That's the biggest problem. You never know with the Glazers. It's always a game with them. They try to distract us with everything they can to get their business going. So I'm at the moment I'm like, okay, let's say 50-50.
Easy now. You're coming to my side now. Everybody's coming to my side of the thinking now. Big up to you, Jarvis. Tom, I'm gonna come to you. Let's just speak to my brother here. Brother, first question is, are you optimistic about the new season? Number one. Second question is, are you happy with the signing so far? Third and final question is, do you think the Glazers are going to sell? But go ahead with the first one, brother. First of all, let us know where you're calling from, bro.
Oh, I'm calling from the United States, and I'm in Alabama.
Georgia, Alabama. Hey,
Yes.
no messing about. Some of my musical heroes are from around those sides, man. You know what? You know what I mean? Some of my Little Richie, oh my God, the man who literally invented rock and roll. Without Little Richie and Rosetta, there ain't no rock and roll, bro. There ain't no modern rock, punk, indie, ain't none of that. Let it be known, people. This is also an educational channel. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, well, I'm originally from Gambia, so.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up my people everywhere.
Yeah. Big up Nordin, big up Jarvis. I'm a big fan of all y'all. Tom too. But I'm optimistic about the season, but I'm kind of worried about how the team is going, because during preseason, I've still seen a lot of the same issues we were having last season, like scoring goals. Hoyland, I'm excited about the signing, but we can't expect him to just come in and score 25, 30 goals this season. I haven't watched a lot of him, but from the highlights I've seen, he still needs to work on, he's still raw and he needs to work on his finishing. But as far as hold up play, he's got pace, which looks like Erik ten Hag is trying to play on the transition, which that's not the style of play that I was hoping for. I was really hoping for more of like dominating possession, have good technicians on the ball, but the profile of players we have, that's not really what it's looking like right now. What was the second question? You're on mute.
You're on mute over
Sorry, are you happy with the signing so far? That's the
I'm
second
happy
question.
with the signing. Personally, I think it's an average transfer window. Personally, for me, I know I've seen a lot of fans like gassed up about the transfer window. You know, Onana coming in. Now we got Hoyland, Mount, but I think it's an average transfer window, given we have the Glazers in charge. And your question about the Glazers, I do not think they're leaving. I think they spent this entire since when did they announce that they might be selling the club?
November.
Since November, I just feel like they've been playing us. They never really wanted to leave. So I really don't think they're leaving. I've been watching your channel, so here in the US, sometimes you don't hear everything that's going on in the UK, but I heard something about like the ticket prices going up. They just signed a new deal with Adidas, so that doesn't sound like you're leaving. It sounds like you're preparing for the future to stay. And I'm just, but thanks to Nuruddin, I'm wary of the Glazers now. So I do not think they're leaving. And I've been seeing reports that Joel and Abram have always been, reluctant to leave. They want to stay in the club. So if you're leaving, why would you be signing another 10-year deal with Adidas? So I don't think they're leaving.
Now, big up to you, brother. How do you pronounce your name? Zaku?
Sekou.
Zeku. Yeah, man. Big up to my brother Zeku there in all the way Alabama, Georgia. So big up to you, brother. Via Gambia, innit? I love my African people. You know that. it's always love. People in the diaspora. But thank you so much, bro. Listen, one positive thing. Out of the 3 signings, which one are you happy with? Are you most excited about?
I'm always excited about strikers.
There you go.
Always excited
Highland.
about strikers,
And there you
so
go.
I'm
Breaking
excited
news.
about
Big
all
up to Noah. He's letting us know that he's completed his medical and first part of the media duties. Big up to him. Nice one, brother. We appreciate you, King. Love and light. Big
Thank
up to you.
Big up.
Are you studying out there or are you working out there? Are you studying?
Oh, no, I'm working out here.
Yeah, man. Keep it safe, bro. I hope you're having a lovely summer because we ain't having that in Manchester, bro.
The heat wave over here is ridiculous.
Yo, give me some of that E-wave, man. Send some of that over here. Last month was a washout in Manchester, man. Washout.
I wish we could trade because I'm tired of it.
Love, brother.
I'm ready for the fall.
Brother, love and light always. Take care.
Big up all of you. Thank you.
Share that. Listen, let people know about the channel. Let the other United fan. This is your channel, man. Let people know about the channel, man. Spread the word, man. Let's go, brother.
Definitely. I'm a big fan of your channel, man. Thank you.
Love. We keep it 100%. We keep it 100% here. Big up. Take care, brother. Love and light. Yeah, man. We'll come to you in a minute, Malcolm. But looks like we've got our brother Tabelenga. I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you. Sort out your audio. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? If you want to sort out your audio and come back, that'd be great, bro. Yeah. I'm sure you can hear me. Go and sort that out and can hear me. Let me see who we got here. We got Roderick. Big up. Lungala. Yeah?
Yeah.
Big up Lungala. How are you, brother? Love and light. Where you calling from, bro? Talk to me.
Yeah, so I'm in Canada. I'm a Zambian living in Canada, and love your show, Nuruddin, and the panel.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. All right.
We can hear you, bro.
Yeah, we can hear you. So let me repeat the first question. Welcome, brother. Big up to my people in Canada as well. And big up to everybody in the continent. In it is all love. First question is, are you optimistic about the season? Second question is, are you happy with the signing so far? Third question is, Vina Glazer gonna go?
Optimistic about the season, I would say a little bit, and I'll say why. Ten Hag, it's been a learning curve, I think, for Ten Hag. I hope this season, with the addition of a striker, will improve. Our squad is still not that good. And I hope he's learned his lessons as regards the away games, the batterings at Liverpool, all those places. I hope he's learned his lessons about how to manage those matches. And the team we have at the moment, I hope my hope is just we finish in the top 3. And the next question was to do
with the signings. Are you happy with the signings so far? Who you happy with? Who you excited about watching? The striker,
Højlund.
Onana, Højlund. Okay.
Højlund and Onana. Højlund, yeah. Gosh, we've needed a number 9 for I don't know how long, man. And a lot of times last season, you could have those games where you're like, we're literally hanging on, right? And we can't seem to kill games off early. We're always leading by a goal to nil, and the other team has that opportunity to still in the game. You know what I mean? So it becomes nerve-wracking the entire time. I'm curious as to whether we can work wonders with the midfield. I'm pessimistic about Mount. I'm not really sure. I'm just not convinced about Mount.
He might surprise us. It might be a nice surprise. He might surprise us.
I hope he does. I just hope he does. with Amrabat, I love what I'm hearing. Fred or McTominay needs to go definitely. I hope we can get some money from Maguire. I mean, stripping him of the captaincy was lucky enough for him to know it's not in the manager's plans. And the worry there. So it's midfield I'm concerned about, and Varane as well.
We need
Like
a centre half, yeah.
he can't
stay fit.
he can't stay fit.
Mhm.
He's a great player when he's fit, but he just
Listen, brother, I've got some other people to take. The last question is: do you think the Glazers are going to stay, or they're going to? Do you think the Glazers are going to sell?
I don't know. It's hard to read them. Like,
What's your gut feeling? What's your gut feeling?
I think they eventually sell, but there'll be those stubborn people that I don't know what outrageous amount of money for the sale. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah. Big up to you, brother. Big up to you. Love and light. Chat to you
Awesome,
soon,
thanks.
brother. Peace. Thank you so much. Yes, brother.
How are you guys? Can you
Yeah,
hear
man.
me?
Talk to me. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. Thank
Hey,
you
big
for-
up to all my people in Cape Town.
Yes.
I'm a piano taking over the world, brother. Before
Thank
that,
you,
it was
thank
a Guam. Before that, it was Afro House. You know me, I'm a connoisseur of Southern African music. But big up to you, brother. Love and light. Talk to me, man. First question: are you optimistic about the season?
Preseason is preseason, but
Yeah.
we've been up and down. You never know what's gonna happen when it's preseason, but maybe the first 3 games will give us the platform to go forward in the season. But hopefully we'll do well because we need to collect 3 points for all the 3 games, and those 3 games are winnable for Manchester United as a football club. We're supposed to win those games. So I'm hoping that the players will be up for it and the fans will always be up for it, and they will put 120% to win all the 3 games.
Big up, brother. Right, are you happy with the signings? Which one are you excited about the most?
Not really, because the ownership have always disappointed us, to be honest.
Okay.
But we have to be optimistic. But I think Mount has a lot to prove. Obviously, the criticism, but I think he will be fine. We have a good manager, and he will sort out the problems.
Yeah, man. Big up. And what do you think the Glazers leaving? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I really don't think so, because of the signing of the deals and all of these things behind the scenes that are doing. Obviously, doesn't truly show that they're willing to go. And it's been almost a year now. We've been praying and praying and praying and praying. Other fans have been praying for over 10 years, over 15 years. So I don't really think so. I don't
Yeah, man.
really think so.
Listen, big up, brother. Love and light. Thank you so much. Cape Town in the house.
Thank you,
Those of
guys.
you who don't know better get to know. Love and light, brother. Peace and love, man. We appreciate you calling and calling again, definitely next time as well.
Okay.
Loved your contribution. Here he comes, the legend that is Alien Tenor. But before we get to him, we've got to get Hot Fuzz. Well, go on, Hot Fuzz. Talk
Big
to
ups,
me.
man. I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah.
I am calling in from the south of England, the natural place where you'll find most United fans in this country, it would seem. But yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. My first time on the show, but
Southern England, yeah? Down south,
Yeah.
dirty south.
yeah,
Okay.
not
Big up
quite
to you.
London though, not quite London. A little bit out of the,
Okay, dirty
out of the big
south.
city.
Yeah. Talk to me.
It's interesting.
First question.
interesting.
Are you optimistic? How optimistic are you?
I want to try and be as much of a half glass full person as I can, so I'll probably say a little on the optimistic side. Obviously, with Ten Hag after his first season, he inherited a massive mess, and he looked to make a best out of a bad situation, and got us in a respectable league position. as well as that, win us a trophy on the way, first trophy in 6 years. So he's laid the foundations for what sort of a level he wants us to be at as a minimum, achieving trophy success each season. And now it's just more the case of just continuing that trend, but also improving. And I think with getting more players that he wants in the club, I think allows us to be more, I'd say, expect more of more success, I would say, just continuing on from last season, achieving at least a trophy this season. So I'm relatively optimistic about that.
Signings, which one are you excited about? By the way, there's 140 of you in here, people. Smash a like on the video. This is a therapy. I mean, this is the community. We've got the legend that's Alien Tenno to come on and here. Peter. I don't know where Peter comes from, but I don't know who the hell Peter is. I don't know Alien Tenno. Listen, who are you excited about? Who are you optimistic about, Hot Fuss? Which player that you excited to watch?
I think I'm most excited. I'm probably anticipating the most is probably Andre Onana. I'm still a little bit of the jury's still out for the likes of Mason Mount and Rasmus Højlund. I think they've got some big roles to fill in the team, but I think Andre Onana, we know quite a bit more of what he's about and what he's set to offer us, and I think is going to give us a lot of desirable heart attack moments during the season. So I'm looking forward to see what he's got to bring. I know he's a great goalkeeper and just being a shot stopper in general, but it's all the other elements to his game that will bring that I think is going to be make for a really fantastic watch going into next season.
Final last question. Glazers leaving, a yes or no?
I suppose with the Adidas deal, there's a lot of people that say no, that they're not going to go anywhere. Or an interesting theory that I think is very it's quite a throwaway theory, but I something tells me, it's a little itch that tells me that this Adidas deal is like they want to secure a long-term deal just because they feel as though something massive is on the horizon, perhaps, and they're just getting in the door. Maybe, I know it's a bit of a crazy theory to think if they're trying to act on that sort of foresight, but don't really know for certain what these sort of deals truly entail. It's just we have to see what happens and how everything transpires over time.
Yeah. Listen, big up Hot Fuzz. Appreciate you, bro.
Big up, Sven.
Love and light. Yeah, thank
Lovely.
you for coming in. Definitely calling back again. 100%. Thank you for your contribution. We always appreciate it. Let people know about the channel, man. Spread the word, man. This is a community, bro.
Will do.
You're part of it. You're part of it. Everybody contributes. Love and light. Thank you.
Thank
you. We don't know who the hell Peter is, but Alien Tenno, are you having it or what, lad? You got the beer on the go, eh? We're having it. You're having one, eh? One to Therapy Army, eh? There you go. Cheers. I got my vodka in here. They're hearing the news of the Glazers. And
mate.
Manchester United shirts are coming down. I'm like, get me on the vodka. Straight vodka, people.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I've just got about 6 second lag on me stream. I don't know why it is like, but anyway, yeah.
So Neil Ashton
right, okay. I'll just fire it off now. The signings are average. That's it. We bought a striker for 65 million who, I don't know, could fire blanks. Let's put it that way. Yeah. £15 million more. You've got a guaranteed 30-goal striker in Kane. Yeah. Johnny Evans. Whoo, okay. I mean, I'd play better than Johnny Evans at my age. It's like, why are we even signing these players? Like, what? Let's go get Mothball Giggs out of retirement and get him on the wing. So you're at Amrabat.
We might have to bring you back, mate.
Amrabat might be a good signing because if Casemiro goes down, we're in big trouble. And personally, I don't think signing Mount was a good signing because he's too similar. If you need someone to play like Casemiro to cover him, then there's no way you can play Mount and Bruno together because they're too similar. We'd have been better buying my favourite boy, Xavi Simons, instead of Mount, because he is a more left wing, right wing, centre utility player. Mount is just one position. That's it. It's as simple as that. So, will the Glazers sell? I think they're looking for a way to stay. Personally, I do. I really do. You know, Nuruddin, you've met me numerous times at Old Trafford. We know the feeling there. We want them out, but we're literally powerless to do anything against them, aren't we? We can't. What more can we do? I think there's going to be a protest Saturday. I'm going to the Lens game Saturday. Now, Lens finished second in the French league last season. Yeah, we're playing them on the back of 3 defeats. We need to get a good result against them, because forget the Atletico Madrid game in Dublin. Our next game then in the Premiership, Wolves could literally turn us over. You remember last season when they told everyone outside Old Trafford that Brighton was going to turn us over, and people were ridiculing me, and then I fucking lost my shit when we came out after getting beat 2-1 on the United stand. Literally lost my shit, like. And I was telling everyone, we're going to get beat here.
Yeah. Big up to you, bro. Really appreciate you.
So,
yeah, listen.
I don't know. I mean,
you need to come on the channel more, mate. You need to come on.
I do. I need a shave first.
I forget about the shave. You need to come on the channel, lady, and tell her we need your opinion.
But I will do. Yeah, I sort it all out. I mean, I used to stream years ago on, gaming. I'm more of a gamer. If you look at my channel, if you want to subscribe, like.
Hey, subscribe, people. What's your channel? Yeah.
It's just Alien Tenno. Yeah, same. I just do videos, PS5. That's it. But yeah, I mean, are you going Saturday, Nuruddin?
Yeah, hopefully. I hope to
I'll see you there. What it is, I'm not going with the supporters club Saturday. I'm going myself by train. So I'll be able to catch it before the game and after. Yeah.
Okay. Right, wicked.
All right then, guys. Have a good one.
Take care. Nice one, Alien Tenno.
Bye,
Make sure
man.
you go subscribe to his channel if any of you are gamers, people. Go and check
Cheers,
it out.
all.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Peace
Listen,
out.
we got our last caller of the night before I get to Malcolm, Tom, and Jarvis. So let's see this brother here. Can you hear us, bro? Can you hear us? We can't hear you, bro. We cannot hear you.
I think he's muted.
No, he's not muted. I'm not
No,
muted.
he's not muted
at all.
No.
Yeah. Brother, try again. Try again. Come back out and try again one more time, Pop. Love. Right? Let's get to last caller. Let's get to this last caller here. Pop, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah,
Hey.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Who are we talking to? Ben.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ben. Where are you calling from, Ben?
From Ireland.
Hey! Everybody loves the Irish. Of the Irish.
The home of Guinness. The home of Guinness.
The home of Guinness and Roy Keane, mate. And
That's
Dennis
it.
Irwin.
That's it, mate.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yes.
But now big up to everyone. Big up to Tom, Jarvis,
Big up.
and you and
Big up.
Nerden.
it's
Been
good.
watching for a while. Obviously
Yeah,
the
man.
Strict Jacket podcast and everything really. So,
yeah.
but no, just very quickly on your questions there. I'm optimistic about the season.
Yeah.
It's a yes and no. Yes. Why? Well, I'll explain. Purely the fact that what Ten Hag's done on his first season, like I have so much confidence in this man. Like, and I'm sick and tired of like seeing Eric Ten Hag out on Twitter, and it's just pissing me off. I'm not going through this same process again, finding a new freaking manager. Just stick with him. Look at Mikel Arteta. He's in his 5th or 4th year of Arsenal. Came second. He hasn't won. He only won one trophy, an FA Cup. Like, we all need to like be real out here. We just need to get behind the manager. If he finishes 6th or 7th, I'm still backing him, bro. I will always back him. So, anyways, that's one of the reasons, because I think this guy, like, I just like the way we play. Like, I like sort of transitional football. You do need a wee bit of both. Like, obviously playing 2-8s and a number 6. But this is where I'm gonna come on to where I'm not optimistic. If we don't get Amrabat, we're screwed. We're screwed. Because Mason Mount, like everyone, all the United fans are all like giving Mason Mount stick. I think he's a quality player. I think he's a decent player. He can add a lot to this team. Now, what I mean by that is Ten Hag it's all down to Ten Hag. We need to play Mason Mount and Bruno in the shitter games, like your Luton Town, your Everton, like, you know, I can hear myself. Oh, hello. I can hear
Go
myself.
ahead.
Oh, no, okay. So you need to play Mason Mount and Bruno on your, like, you know, your lower side teams, and you need to play Casemiro, Amrabat, and Bruno in the, like, your cities, your Liverpool, because we're just gonna get found out. It's been proven with Eriksen and Casemiro in the Liverpool game, the Man City game. We've just been getting found out. You need 2 physical midfielders in that team. Mason Mount's not physical enough. Bruno doesn't track back, and Casemiro's doing it all by himself. So that's obviously question 1. Number 2, am I happy with the signings? I'm really happy with Onana. I am a big Onana fan. I've always been. Now I know obviously you've been a big Costa fan, Jordan. I rate Costa as well, but I think from you sort of do need, like, I know obviously you were saying like he's 24, or I think he's like 23, 24. Get him in. You know, he's a next generational talent, but I think we need to start like Onana's 27. Like, that's only 3 years more than what Costa is. Obviously, and look what Onana's done. Like, he's runner up in Champions League. Like, he knows how to actually win trophies. And he's a modern day goalkeeper as well. Let's get out that way. And honestly, his passing was unbelievable there. And I just can't believe what I'm seeing. Like, we can actually pass from the back. But like I said, you can't pass from the back if that bloody 6'7" twin tower Harry Maguire still there. Like, yeah, I just can't stand that man. Just can't stand him. Honestly, it's what's even bad. I hope Saeed's not watching this. The man still called him Harry Beckenbauer. I will never forgive Saeed on that. I still come on to Saeed's stream and say, "Yo, why are you calling this guy Harry Beckenbauer?" I can't believe he actually said that. But anyways,
he was trying to back a player, man. Manchester United signed the player.
I know. You gotta back him, but he's a bloody hot dog. Like, he's just freaking. I don't know. He's just so slow. But anyways, back to the thing. Anyways, I'm really excited for Rasmus Højlund. I think he's definitely one for the future. I think he does remind me, like, I'm not getting twisted away with, obviously, forgive me obviously on this. He does remind me of a Haaland, like, in a way.
Similar playing style.
Similar, because he's very physical.
You don't mean that
he's
he's
very
Highland.
physical. Yes, he's very physical, and he can use both feet, which I really like.
Yeah.
He likes getting in the box. He likes being aggressive in the box compared to what Rashford or even Cristiano. Cristiano wasn't even aggressive as a forward as well.
True.
But yeah, no, I've been really happy with the signings. Like, I think we're just getting a wee bit too carried away. And most importantly, this might be a good point. United fans I think the reason why we're all saying it's an average window, because we're all used to signing big names. I think you're gonna good route by not signing these big players.
Yeah.
And you know, I just think it's a better route, because we tried it and it hasn't worked with Di Maria.
100%. I agree with that. Listen, Ben, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But to me, there's a level of quality you need to sign to be able to go and compete.
Yep.
But big up to you, Glazers. Quickly, yes or no? Vultures, are they staying? Or are they going?
Yeah, they're staying. And do you know what? I'll say this right nice. Ireland bloody hate these freaking Muppets, bro. I'm telling you, when I see that guy Avram Glazer, I swear to, excuse my language, I swear to fuck, he better sort his bloody haircut out. His hairstyle is absolute joke, bro. Every time I see him in the fucking stands, bro, I just, mate, what is that haircut, bro? What is that haircut? And he's so greedy. Both of them are so bloody greedy. The rest of the Glazers are actually, they actually want to get rid of the club. They're like saying, Abraham, Joel, like, get rid of it. Just go. Just like, listen, the fans have turned on you.
Listen, hopefully, Ben, you've been an absolute brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sheridan.
I appreciate
keep
you.
It up.
Listen,
keep
we're
up
gonna
the
give
good work.
Yeah, man, definitely. Please spread the word about the channel. It's your community as much as everybody else's.
Yeah, I will do, Sheridan. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it, man.
Love. Ben, call him again, 100%.
Have a good night. Cheers.
Yeah, lots of love to all the people in Ireland. Of the bloody Irish. Of the Irish, always.
Fuck the Glazers.
Fuck the Glazers. There we go. Pop, we can't hear you, bro. Can you go one more time? Can we hear you? Hello? Say something, bro. We can't hear you, bro. We cannot hear you.
It might be something that he's got to do on settings or something.
We can't hear you, bro. We cannot hear you at all. Cannot hear you. You need to maybe switch off the computer and try one more time, bro. We cannot hear you at all. We can hear everybody else, but not you.
Good night.
Can we hear you?
Yeah, good night, gentlemen.
Yeah, man, 9-9. Listen, go ahead, Bingham, quickly. Bro, I ain't got 5 minutes. I've still got to get around. So
Okay.
Quickly, what do you think of that new season?
I ain't too optimistic, Nordy, man. We got a lot of second signings, man. I know you agree with a lot of points you was put over. I just think it's mediocre, the signings that we have. And people... Hello?
Have you got us on? Can you turn us up? Can you turn us off?
No.
Who's got us on? Who somebody's got us on?
Not me, not me.
That was weird. I think it was strengthening intelligence. Can
Hello?
you turn off the stream, please, brother?
Me?
No, strengthening Intel. Intel, can you turn off the stream? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, I am too optimistic because, like, the guy, I was thinking, even if we could get another striker in, but the option of Harry Kane is off the table, so I don't know where we will go from here. I willing to give the guy some time, the Rasmus some time, but I hoping that he can hit the ground running because we can't depend on Martial at all.
No, 100%. I agree with you. Listen, who are you excited about? Watching? Haaland, Onana?
Yes. Onana still and Rasmus. I hoping, like I say, hoping that he could be a revelation to the team. You know, I really
Where
help
are you
the guys
calling from, bro? Where are you calling from?
Barbados.
Barbados.
Ooh.
Oh, damn! I love Barbados.
Barbados,
Bingo,
man.
Some of the best beaches in the world, people. Clearest
You got
water.
that?
The best fish I have ever tasted in my life.
I just
in
came from
Barbados.
there, man.
What's it called? What's it called? Something town.
Bridgetown.
Bridgetown. Yeah, I stayed in Bridgetown, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful there. I was there for 3 weeks, man.
Yeah, man. Next time you come, you go give me a link, man, and teach me some more. Give me some more United knowledge.
I will always, bro.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. Listen, do you think the Glazers are gonna sell or gonna stay, bro? What do you think?
I don't think they're gonna leave after all. Well, they putting all this stuff in place. I don't think they're gonna put all this stuff in place to just leave now.
Okay. Yeah, man. Listen, Bangham, love and light, brother. Love to people in Barbados.
Yeah, thanks
man.
a lot,
blessed,
man.
You're blessed. You live in paradise, bro. You living in paradise.
Every time I call into Saeed, I tell you that I big you up. You know, I like when you and Saeed got it. You know, he's laughing. The best show on YouTube, man.
Bro, it's always raw and real. You know that. Passionate. It's passionate football. Some people don't like it.
And next time you come to Barbados, let me go to Oysters and drink a beer, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. I need to get some of that fish, man. You need to tell me the places to go, bro.
Oysters Town.
That's it. Love, brother. Love. Big up to my brother.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man. Love, brother. Peace. Take care. Right. Pop, one more time, bro. Let's try it quickly. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Hey, Pop is about. Pop, man, I don't know what this sound is about. Quickly listen, I need to go through it because strengthening Intel is waiting. Quickly, bro.
Yeah.
You ready for the season?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready, bro.
Do you think the club is ready?
No, we need some more signings still. Okay. We need some better midfielders because I was kind of disappointed in how the manager dealt with the midfield because to be honest, if I am on a budget, apparently, right, I'm gonna try to get like at least a midfielder who can like carry the football, you know, somebody like a Madrid type of player. Like, so when I saw him bought Mount, it was like what that word name, like redundant, like you have too much players that can do the same thing because Danny Van Der Beek can do what Mount do, Bruno, and it was just a waste of time, bro, to be honest. So I think he should have built the midfield better.
Oh, you know what? We've got to say he's got to prove us wrong. He's got to prove to us. Who are you excited about? The people that we signed. Who are you excited about?
None of us right, man. I watch him or he play for England. Mount is a type of guy, bro. The environment got to be perfect for him. He got to know the guys, bro. I watch Mount when he play for England. He just strike me like one of those players that he can't be like a Zlatan where you just move him here and he just always perform. He's that type of guy. I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to be honest, but
That's
I'm going to give
strong
him
opinion. That's a
yeah,
strong
I'm not going to work, bro. I don't rate Mason Mount, bro. He's too puny, bro. I don't know. I don't rate him, bro. It's
Who are you
6 man.
excited about then? Okay, who are you excited about?
I'm excited about the kid. The kid, yeah, the kid. The keeper. The keeper is a walking bomb, man. But I mean, I can't work with him. Our fella, man, Onana, man. He's a walking time bomb. But I'm here for the entertainment because I like the unexpected thing about him, and I'm looking for some own goals and some people chipping over him head. But he's good. And he's like that Edison. Edison give you that headache, but it's worth it. So I'm here for the drama, to be honest. But he's a good keeper, and I rate the kid that's coming in. Yeah, but otherwise from that, I don't rate Mount, man. But I'm gonna make somebody else start because I know I was wasting your time with the thing, bro. So I'm gonna keep it short. All right. Big up everybody, man.
Big
All
up.
right.
Big up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Nuruddin disappeared, so maybe it's Malcolm's turn to talk, or
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen,
he's
no,
back.
we'll stop with Malcolm. It's the last caller tonight. Strengthening Intel. Talk to us, bro. Talk to us. Big up, Jarvis. Strengthening Intel. Can you hear us, brother? Can you hear us? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you.
you hear us?
Can you-
Yeah. Talk to me, bro. Where are you calling from?
London.
Big up, brother. Big up to all my London. You know what? Cockney Reds. Up the Cockney Reds. Let's go. Talk to me, bro. First question. Are you optimistic about the season ahead?
I have to admit, I think I'm more concerned about this season than about last season, and I think we're actually weaker as a team. I don't think we've filled the spaces that we needed to fill. I have huge concerns over Anthony. I think we have more wingers than strikers. I don't understand why we purchased Mount. Doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And my fear is that Mount is going to be as useful as Anthony was last season. I think there's a disconnect with Eric Ten Hag and the fans because everyone in this room was screaming out for a striker. Everyone. And yet Eric Ten Hag made Mount his priority. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't understand the whole concept of getting Johnny Evans in either. You know, is that just a way to nudge Maguire out the door? And if it is, it's really a really farcical way to manage a team. There are many options. We could have just stuck with Bailly at that rate. He's a far better defender than Johnny Evans is at 35. So I don't really understand what is going on at Man United. There's so much chaos with with where the sale is going. What we needed was some stability on the pitch. And so far, Eric Hag hasn't provided me with that. I have a faith in our manager. I think he's probably the best that we've had since Alex Ferguson has gone. But I'm not entirely convinced about his signings. And I don't like the fact that he keeps playing it safe. He keeps bringing in players that he's either worked with or seen play in his previous club. So I would have wanted him to have been a bit more courageous in his signings, and I think there is a disconnect in how he's selected some of the signings that we have this season. I have huge concerns also that we're going to have another season where we talk about removing the dead wood, we end up only selling one or two players.
Okay, Intel. Who are you excited about out of the three players? Obviously, you said Mason Mount. You're not convinced. Højlund. Are you excited about Højlund? Are you excited about Onana?
I really can't get excited about paying 16 million for a striker the previous season. But I wish him every success. I hope that this season is a great springboard for him. but I think we needed a world-class striker at this club. Striker. I hope Martial gets his act together this season. I still have a soft for him. I think he hasn't been developed properly, as have none of our players. The training staff start to look after our players, because our players are getting injured far too often, and also having to play through injuries, which Rashford has done for many seasons too. So I'm not too excited about Højlund, but I wish him all the best. The only signing I'm excited about is Onana. I don't think we needed a new goalkeeper. I think we could have kept De Gea. However, I'm really excited about Onana. And one of the reasons I'm excited about Onana is that we finally have a black goalkeeper at this club. I think it's taken far too long. And that's the part that really interests me. That's the political part of it. I can already see the media, the Maguire issue. And I can see the politics playing out there. As a leader, as someone who's going to be a strong personality, as someone who's going to be able to direct and take any bullshit from anyone, I think he's exactly what we need between the sticks.
Big up, bro. Listen, last and final question. Glazers go or no? Are they going? The Glazers,
Sorry,
do you think they're
what
going to
was the
go?
last bit?
The Glazers, final question. The Glazers, do you think they're going to go? They're going to sell or stay?
I think they'll sell. I think there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and I think Radcliffe has just been brought in to kind of increase the price that they're going to pay. I have a feeling that, and I've said this many years ago, the Glazers said they wanted to turn Man United into an 8 to 10 billion club. I don't think they'll leave for less than 8 billion. So they will play the long game. They'll play the long-term game. They won't get the sale this season. I think the Premier League can't have another big force from the Middle East taking over a Premier League club so quickly. We've had it at City, we've had it at Newcastle, and I think if Man United went this season, I think it would cause too many ruffles. So I think the sale won't happen until, say, March or June next year, at which time, two birds in one hand, we get to keep the other clubs happy. We get to control the political arena of the Middle East taking over the Premier League clubs. And also, the Glazers get more in the interim. I think it's all smoke and mirrors, and I certainly won't be a puppet to the nonsense that's going on, but I suspect they will go.
Right. Intel, brilliant call. You're the last call of the night. Big up to yourself, brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate you calling in. Big up to all the callers. Please give a round of applause to all the callers, people who called in tonight. And Intel, I think, sums it up. Brilliant, analytical, said his piece. We appreciate you, King. Please let people know about the channel and definitely call in again. Love and light, brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Love. Thank you so much, bro. Love. Love, man. Love. Big up to the Cockney Reds, man. It is what it is. Right. I'm gonna come to Tom. Tom, answer the 3 questions. Stop running, gallivanting through the world, and answer my question. Answer my questions.
It's like we're being a mastermind here, isn't it?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Answer the questions, pal.
Right. What were the first?
Are you
one?
optimistic?
Put them in
Are you
order.
optimistic about the season? Let's be having you, lad.
Based upon what I've seen in pre-season, no. I'll be honest.
You can't judge anything on pre-season.
Yeah, of course you can't judge anything on pre-season, but that's all that we know really from what we can see. And really for me, I don't think my eyes lie in saying that I don't think with the first team anyway, when they've played together, have been that convincing as a unit. I don't really think that we've seen, maybe if you like, the full potential of the whole team playing together, but it is going to take time because they have to learn and they have to adapt. And I said this before when we were even discussing about bringing in a new goalkeeper, even before Onana, Costa, Ray, all these names were mentioned. Some of these players ain't going to know how, they're not going to be expecting a 50-yard ball going over their head and that they're going to have to run after. They ain't going to be expecting things like that. or they ain't going to be expecting a goalkeeper to be so comfortable on the ball they can turn a player or run out and run at 3-4 attackers and not really phase or bat an eyelid and play a simple pass into midfield. They're not going to be worried about that. But I said before, anyway, in terms of preparation, I think it's not been great in terms of what we've seen. But especially going into these final games before we lead up to the Wolves game, there has to be an improvement. And we need to see some improvement and quality out of a lot of the players, really, that I think have got on that tour. And I don't really think have impressed me that much, if I'm being honest. I don't think Mason Mount's been massively impressive. And he's played quite a few games now, albeit pre-season. We said the same, Eriksen as well. Like, that Real Madrid game, I think he just drifted around. I didn't really see much. I mean, there's certain games where I think players, they didn't exactly paint themselves in the bestest of glory. But listen, I'm here to be proved wrong and everything, so it is what it is.
Right. Second question is who signings so far? You happy with the signings? Who are you most excited about?
Me, I'm most excited about Onana, if I'm being honest. I think having a confident goalkeeper who's going to come for the ball, who can play out from the back. Listen, I love goalkeepers that are just fearless and they don't care. And he's gave many interviews that he's gave out there saying, being a goalkeeper, you've got to be a footballer nowadays before you can actually be a goalkeeper. That's the way that football's going. If you ain't good with your feet as a goalkeeper, you won't make it at the high level. Every single top 6 Premier League club wants a goalkeeper that can play out with their feet. Most European clubs within Europe want the same goalkeeper. And if you ain't that, you ain't going to make it at the highest level and compete for big trophies. So for me, I think Onana, it wasn't what I expected coming into the window. But as you've been saying along, I think it is a nice surprise. And I think what he can do, especially for the team as well, is, well, that confidence and that calmness to know, well, if we want to sit up on the halfway line, I've got Andre Onana who's going to be sitting there pretty much on the inner circle of the D in our own half. And, for, 70 yards away from goal or 60 yards away from goal, something like that. And I think at the end of the day, having that confidence there, Mount, for me, I think we signed the wrong profile midfielder. I've said that all along. I like him as a player. I think he is a good player in his day, and I think he can do a role for us. But we've got too many similar players like Mount. That's why I didn't think it was a necessity to get that profile of midfielder. But if we get Amrabat, I think really that makes up for it, because that is the profile of midfielder that I think we should have got anyway, even before getting someone like a Mason Mount. And then I guess on Højlund, look, I'm not going to put any pressure on the kid. He's 20 years old, and I understood what the other brother was saying earlier before. He was saying about there was a comparison that he saw between him and Haaland. When Haaland was at his sort of age, we saw a similar sort of development. Came from the similar sort of ranks through Austria, that sort of move, got a move to a European club, albeit he's not blew the Liga like at Atalanta. But in terms of the potential, it's there. And it's not always about you can score goals and you can show that you're a superstar. No. I like an all-round attacker. And the best out there as an all-round attacker is Harry Kane. And we know we can't get him. That's the problem. So, really, we're going down the young modelled market. And I think it's good based upon that we're not signing Galacticos. I actually like this transfer window, really, to be fair. Albeit I don't like some of the players. But I like the plan. Because we're not chasing, we're not going for saga players. Saga signings, saga for them.
Okay. Tom, hold it there, because we're going to come to you last on the Glazer question. Malcolm, big up, long time no see. Big up to Malcolm. Check it out, people. Go and check out his channel. Malcolm, first question is, are you optimistic about the season? Let's be having you, Malcolm. Are you having it or what? How's uni? Calling from Baltimore, by the way. He's still in Baltimore, yeah? How's uni?
No, right now, man. Still in the motherland, man. Still in the motherland.
Oh, Uganda.
No, yeah, no. Rwanda, not Rwanda.
Rwanda. There we go. Rwanda. Sorry, I get them too mixed up. Rwanda. Big up, bro. Chilling the life. No wonder you look stress-free. Look at you. You look chill.
No, my God.
You got suntan on. You got melanin back, yeah? You're loving it. The weather's nice, yeah?
Listen, it's hard. Like, I'll be very honest with you. Like, literally when I first got here, like I literally felt like the heat just go flowing all over my body. So
There
it's
you go. It's good. It's good that
it's
that
really the
African
sun.
sunshine. The African
Yeah,
sunshine
man.
is different.
Yep.
Yeah, big up, bro. Listen,
Absolutely.
talk to me. How optimistic are you, Malcolm? Are you optimistic? Yes or no? Come on, let's be having here, lad.
Listen, look, I'll be honest. Like, I think like based on preseason,
Nah, you
I'd
can't
say
base it on preseason.
yeah,
I'm just
okay,
telling you.
yeah.
I'm nearly twice your age.
I'm a
You
bit,
can't base
I'm a
anything on
bit,
preseason.
I'm a bit optimistic. Just because like I think with this, I say like with the signings that we've made, I think we'll make a little bit of progression. It's just that I feel like the positions feel like there's still positions that we need to fill, and you know, I just feel like with the signing of Hosland, like yes he's a number 9, but is he that player? As I said again, is he that player that's gonna shell it out and score, 15 to 20 goals a season? Like is he like will he break that number 9 curse? Like that's something that we are yet to see. But obviously he's young. He has a lot to develop.
You have
But
faith in
I
him.
just we have to back him. We can't just say, oh, he's too young. We
No, we
can't
have to
make
back
too
him.
many.
Of course, we're gonna back
We
him.
have to back him.
It's the
Yeah,
first developmental striker we had since Lukaku, so we have to back him.
that's true. Yeah, but I feel like if
Are you
we,
excited about Onana?
oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Like he's someone that he offers a lot. I say he offers something a little bit more in the goalkeeping position, and just his confidence, his calmness on the ball, and just the way he just asserts, um just the way he's very he's very commanding in the in the box, and he doesn't like it when the defenders are making mistakes. I think that an altercation between him and Maguire just really shows the sort of goalkeeper that we're
Yeah.
getting. And so
What about the Glazers? What about the Glazers, Malcolm? Are the Glazers here to stay? Or are they leaving?
on that, I'll be very honest with you. I think it's gonna be another year with these guys. What I mean, like as much as we've been seeing a lot of reports saying that, oh, Sheikh Hassim has put in a bid, Sheikh Hassim this that. What I mean, like the Glazers are buying their time, and I just don't see anything. I just don't see anything progressing.
I think they're playing games, me personally.
Yeah,
I think
man.
they're playing
Yeah,
games.
it's all games, all fun games, all PR. It's playing with our minds, and for me, it's like I don't really like talking about this as much, but I mean, obviously, we have to assess. We have to assess it because this is this is a really really big part of our football club, and if something changes, it could really change how the club is run. And right now the club is being run like a circus. Literally a shit show. You're on mute.
I said, big up, Malcolm. Big up. Yeah, 100% agree with you. Tom,
yeah.
Are you going to be owning me dinner, or am I taking you for a three-course curry sooner rather than later? Where are you, my son? Where are you?
Don't start backtracking now about 3 courses, mate. I was there in 5 courses about 20 minutes ago, mate. So you can up on 2 dishes. You can up on 2 dishes, lad.
5 course, wow.
5 course, 5-star. Listen, get your bank card out, Rudan.
5 course, wow.
Get your bank card out.
Listen, 5 course, no chance, not happening. Listen, you know what? Let me just bring in the last caller, Moe. Moe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, man. How are you?
I'm good. Moe, talk to me.
What's
First question is, how optimistic are you? Where are you calling from? It looks like it's sunshine wherever you are.
Yeah, Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Woohoo! we got calls from the South in Southern America tonight. Big up. Jarvis was just there. That's why he's got that lovely tan. Big up to you. First question is: are you optimistic about the new season?
No, I am, but I do have my worries. My main worries are in the midfield. There's no balance.
Amrabat, if we find Amrabat, you'd be happy?
Yeah, I'd be very happy. But the problem is with Amrabat is you bring him in, he'll probably start on the bench, and Ten Hag will continue with the midfield of Mount, Bruno, Casemiro, which I don't have a problem with the football the manager wants to play right now. But the problem is there's no element of control. There's no press resistance. The best managers in the league are the ones who get the best out of, they hide the weaknesses of their best players. Casemiro has his weaknesses. His weaknesses are obviously on the ball related. And when you have a guy like Mount or Bruno next to him, it's not going to help him any more than, I'd bring in Amrabat, press resistant, can carry the ball. That's the best way to hide Casemiro's deficiencies, and that'll build the balance up for the future. But that's my main worry. I'm not too worried other than that. I think
Who are you excited about? Who are you most excited about? What player?
New signings or just in general?
New signings.
New signings. I'm very excited about Højlund. I'm very excited about Onana. I think Onana, we've already seen some glimpses. I was at the game, the Madrid game, for his debut. Quality goalkeeper, man. Commands his box very well. Communication, you could see he's a very good leader. Højlund, I'm very excited because of his profile. He is still very young, but I do like the profile. I do like how he's in the box. He's very greedy, which you want your number 9s to be greedy, but he also is a team player, and he makes everyone around him better with his physicality, with his link-up play. He runs the channels, takes away defenders, and that's the profile that I think the manager really wanted. So I'm very excited to see him. I'm very excited to see how he links up with the other forwards, the Jadon Sanchos, the Marcus Rashfords of this world. So yeah, I'm very excited about those two. Mount, there was no point of bringing in Mason Mount. You could have brought in anybody who wants to press, wants to be energetic, who's also good on the ball. Amrabat's the perfect example. I think he's the perfect guy to bring in, especially for his price tag.
Mute.
You're muted.
Sorry, Amrabat's the perfect example. You said, Moe. How do you spell your? How do you pronounce your name, brother?
My real name is Muhammad.
Muhammad. Yeah, big up, bro. Where's that? Is that Iraqi or Palestinian flag?
Palestine. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. There you go.
Yes.
Viva Palestina. Viva Palestina.
You're in the right place here, brother. You're in the right place here. Believe you me. Yeah.
Yeah. So Glazers leaving? Yes or no? How are you feeling about the Glazers?
I think they're gonna. I think the signs are there that they're gonna stay. Unfortunately, the news has come out about the sale being paused. It doesn't look too good. It doesn't look too good. The rumors about Sheikh Jassim have gone down lately, so it's gone very quiet from that side. Ratcliffe, I don't even think he's in the race anymore, but there's nothing going on that's major. So I think the Glazers are going to stay for another season, unfortunately. But yeah, you never know. They want 2 to 3 million, 2 to 3 billion more than the market value, and I just don't see it happening anytime soon.
Yeah, the market value is about 3.7 billion. I think the market value is for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Listen, Moe.
I have a question for Mo. You're from Texas, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I was just visiting America lately, and I talked to a couple of Man United fans when I was over. Americans, they haven't even heard about the Glazers. Do people know about the situation over in America?
Yeah, they do. I'm pretty sure they're aware of it. I think they know who the Glazers are from the American ownership things, like the Buccaneers from Tampa Bay. No, I think they're very aware of it. I think the average person is definitely aware of it. The one that's into sports more. For example, I walked into school with a Man United shirt. and somebody told me about how we really want the Glazers out. So I think people are aware of it. I don't think there's any Man United fans or any real Man United fans who don't know about the situation. So yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Big up,
I just wanted to know.
Yeah, Mo, what time is it over there in Dallas? It looks like sunshine, man.
It is 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, enjoy your evening, man. Thank you so much. Please let people know about the channel. And this is your channel. Call in next time. Definitely, I'm going to have more call-in shows, especially after matches for next season, some of the match reactions. So big up to you. You are the last caller. You've been a credit to all the callers who called in tonight. Love and light. And more importantly, free Viva Palestina. Always. Love and light. Take care. Irfan, quickly, before we get to anything. First questions. Are you optimistic about the season?
Yeah.
3 questions. Are you optimistic about the season? Yes or no?
At the moment, 50-50. I can't say either. I've watched most of the games that we've seen so far. Obviously, you know, when you do buy new players, 2 or 3, you know, it does destabilize the team to a degree where they've got to work out how they're going to fit in the team, etc. He's been playing plays out position. So having looked at the last game against Dortmund, watched the whole game, stayed up till whatever silly time to watch it, that was a waste of time. That was a complete waste. So we didn't look good at all, you know, and they were a very average Dortmund team. They weren't a good Dortmund team, you know, and those mistakes that we gave away, it was very shocking. And I will say this, I never saw Mount in the game. I didn't see him.
I genuinely think you can't call anything on the preseason. I've seen Manchester United smash teams
Van Gaal.
Let me just finish. I've seen Van Gaal smash teams, and then we lose the first game to Swansea. So I've seen Manchester United look amazing, beat Real Madrid, do that. So for me, I don't count anything of preseason. The first game for me is Monday the 14th, which is not just bad thing. It's just gone. It's 2 weeks on Monday, basically. That is when I'm seeing who the real Manchester United. After that game, I can tell you about this player, that player, that player. So to me, that's what I was saying.
Listen,
who are you most excited about? Who are you excited about?
Can I just go back to? I understand that's the bottom line, right? But I still look to other teams, yeah, and I still see other teams that sort of know what they're doing. Like Real knew what they were doing. Dortmund
Actually, Real played a lot of. I don't think that was a true Real Madrid. Real Madrid played. Listen, Real Madrid played. Let me finish. Real Madrid played counter-attacking football against Manchester United.
They did, yeah.
We had majority of possession, so that's not the Real Madrid. That's how
they
Real
know
Madrid
that. They know
we're
we're going to do shit. They know we're going to do nothing with the ball. They know
they're not going to play like that next season.
It's not going to go anywhere. Yeah,
they're going to dictate the ball. Yeah. Real Madrid not going to play like that next season.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, but in the first half between us and them, Nuruddin, the gap was big. It wasn't a small gap between us and them; it was a big gap. With Bellingham playing,
I actually think our approach play was good. I actually think we lost that game, but we were the most impressive in that game. Me personally,
no, we look sharp. We look fit, right? But no. Listen, it's composure. It's that pass, the final third pass, a bit of guile. You know, patterns of play to open up teams. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it in friendlies. I haven't seen it in Nuruddin. I haven't seen it at all in any of these games. I just haven't.
I think you're being extremely harsh of what you see of the preseason. I can't judge. I've never made judgments about players about preseason.
Yeah, but you're asking.
Always
me my opinion.
No, 100%. No, I understand that, but I'm just reminding the audience. I've seen Manchester United go and smash teams in the preseason and then lose and draw the first 2-3 games. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
So for me, preseason don't tell me massively anything. I think the game before preseason, you are looking for more fitness and more of the patterns of play, but we didn't have any of the patterns of play because we didn't have a striker, and we still didn't have the striker. So Højlund, we negotiated for 2
played
months.
quite well as a 9. I think he did. You know, false 9, whatever. I think he played all right. I
can't see that unless he drops super deep in the Premier League. I can't see him doing anything. Second question, Evan: who are you excited about to see in Onana? Højlund.
Well, he's the only one that's maybe go wow. Onana. When I see how far up the pitch he's standing, right? It's like we've got an extra defender. And I've watched his passes, and they're so accurate, right? And he looks like a guy. I never saw David De Gea stand in the box with that presence like he has already. Yeah. This guy, I never saw it. I never saw a commanding keeper the way Onana standing like De Gea did. It just the difference is huge. Yeah, I just want to see what he's like as a shot stopper when we get bombarded. But in terms of football skills, I give this guy 11 out of 10 so far from what I've seen. I really do. He's so far away. He's the one signing that we think this guy should come good. The other two are you know, a little bit of shot in the dark, but not the keeper. In terms of the way we need to play out and the fact how shaky we used to be against the press, I think that's one thing that he's resolved. Yeah.
I think there's still errors.
We're cool. Yeah.
I genuinely think the players need to adapt to him 100%. And he can be good as he wants. If they're not good at receiving the ball, and I think the Premier League is going to be a shocker wake-up call because Premier League,
I agree.
It's a different kettle of fish than the preseason games. So we will see. To me, I'm happy to be wrong, and my judgment still holds. I'm not judging Onana any amazing performances on preseason, and I'm not judging any bad performances on preseason. I'm judging come Monday night, 2 weeks' time, people. That's when you hear my honest assessment of Manchester United. Right. Jarvis.
What was the final question, Nuruddin?
Second, is the Glazers going or leaving? I already know your answer.
You know the thing, when you said something about the money aspect, right? Obviously, we're all speculating, right? You just
said market value is not a speculation. That's the market.
No, all right. You just said the
3.7 million.
Yeah,
3.7 billion. Yeah.
And always it was always in the news that they wanted 6, right? It was always that was the figure always dealing with, right? Now, do you honestly think they haven't been offered 6 million?
Well, Ben, if you listen to Ben Jacobs, is it Ben Jacobs? Is that his name? Ben something? Yeah, Ben Jacobs. Yeah. He says that the Rain Group are saying that the Qataris have not offered 6 billion, but they make it look like they offered 6 billion, but they haven't offered 6 billion.
It's the way that they've structured the bid, apparently. The numbers don't add up because the way that groups have been bidding, they've been bidding in dollars as opposed to pounds, and that's where the confusion comes in when the Glazers want £6 billion, which I think roughly comes to about 7.3 or 4 US dollars.
Yeah, million.
Billion.
Yeah, billion. Sorry, yeah. But when you're trying to go up to those sort of figures, it depends how you're bidding. Because if you're bidding in pounds, everybody here at this table will probably understand that. But when you bid with the US dollars, because dollars always changes from day to day, like every currency, you can have one day where you'll get more for your money at £6 billion. But yeah, go on, Earth. Anyway, finish the question.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough.
Let's forget about the figures and that. Do you think they're going to sell or they're going to stay?
At this moment, no. I think they're definitely going to stay. Definitely going to stay. Yeah.
Okay. Jarvis, I'll go back to you quickly.
Yeah.
In your you've become 50-50 now. Have you always been 50-50?
The thing is, if you use like reason and logic, I listen to Tom, I listen to Mick, and they have strong opinions about this. They have a lot of knowledge. I don't have that knowledge, but when you use reason and logic, they're losing money. The two last quarters, they'll be losing millions of pounds. So we have red numbers. We are losing money at the moment, and there's been a vote of in the board. They can't take out the dividend, so they won't make any money anymore. That's another thing. So
no, it's the fact that we're £1 billion in debt nearly. By the way.
Yeah, and the debt is growing. So, and we know about the bank crisis, Credit Suisse and Silicon Valley Bank. They are struggling. Banks are struggling. They want their money back. So, I think we have come to a point where the Glazers have to sell. But I don't know if it is this year or next year or 3 years, who knows. But I believe they will be sold. But will it happen this summer? I don't know, because at the moment I feel they are dragging things out as they usually do. So maybe it will go to until the next season. But I hope it will happen soon.
Yeah. Tom?
Nuruddin, can I just ask Tom, what was your opinion, Tom?
On the
sale. What you saying? You think they're staying as well?
No, I think they will eventually sell. If I'm being honest, I think when people.
What timeline are we talking about, Tom? What timeline?
What timeline?
Come on, we can't say that, Nuruddin. Come on, don't be daft. Come on.
No, but if I'm being honest, I think when you do something like the Adidas deal, you could look at it one way. Oh, they're signing that because they want to stay for 10 years. These guys within 10 years would sell this football club, with or without that Adidas deal agreement, because if they get the money in, and it won't take them 10 years to build a new stadium. Might take them 5, 6, but then you have 4 years of where you make money after that. And then anything that you make after that, that's fair game for any potential buyer. And that's why, for example, Tottenham is the perfect club for anybody, any billionaire out there. If you're interested in buying a football club and you're not necessarily attached to one club, Tottenham's where you go. Everything's built for you. You just run it, buy it, make the revenues go up, bang. You've got a big top European football club. Everything's done for you. Whereas right now they're at the point where they have to invest or they have to get money in. And as Jarvis has just alluded to there, banks aren't wanting to lend money. They're wanting money back. So these minority investment groups, they won't be able to give these high rates. And if they give the Glazer family any sort of capital or money, well, they're going to put major repayments on that loan or on those debt repayments. And the only difference is now with how the Premier League works, you can't leverage debts on football clubs for stadiums or for buying a football club. It's illegal to do now. So where the Glazer family are going to put that money, it can't go on Manchester United for a new stadium. So unless they're going to put it on themselves, which I very much doubt they would do, it's not going to happen. But for me, I think they will eventually sell, yeah. Because I think, listen, you have a market where you have two people that want to buy one of the biggest football clubs, if not the biggest football club in the world. One of which, you know, has got a cesspit of cash, and if they wanted to pay it, they can do. And another one, you know, you've got a billionaire who, he might not have all the money here and now, but over time, he can pay a bit here, a bit there, and then he'll get there. And he'll get the whole football club. And that's and just to summarise it, because the one thing I know anyway with Ratcliffe was, if he ever was to buy into Manchester United, the Glazer family won't stay in control, and they certainly won't be staying long term. That's the one thing I know. Whenever he's,
I'm not asked about that. He's
with
still
anything,
a rat.
with anything,
Still a snake.
with anything that he buys, when you've looked at it from when they bought into Nice, when they look at it when you bought in cycling, he always buys a stake. He never buys the whole thing. He buys a stake, gets control of it, of the asset, and then over time he buys the people out, and then suddenly he then controls 100% of the asset. That's how this guy moves. So it doesn't surprise me now that he's doing the same thing with Manchester United, which he's debting himself up to the hill to do so anyway. But at the end of the day, until the Glazer family get the £6 billion, and as far as I'm aware anyway, NBA agreements don't disclose numbers, but I don't know of anybody in the process that's offered $8 billion. I've heard murmurs of 5.2, around that sort of range, but I'm not hearing 6.
So, Tom, can I ask you another question then?
Listen, I'm going to answer the 3 questions. I'll answer it myself because I've not answered it myself. Am I optimistic about the season? Hell no. Still owned by the Glazers. Manchester United, for me, I've not bought in quality to go and challenge for a league title, and that's disappointing when our nearest rivals have just won a fucking treble. So hell no, I'm not optimistic about the season. Number 2, am I excited about any of the players that we signed? Yeah, I'm excited about Højlund. I think if he continues the how much he's improved within a short space of time, if he continues that trajectory, then we've got a player on our hands. But did we get ripped off? 100% we did. We negotiated for 2 months to the whole overall package from being 90 million euros to 85 million euros. Absolute joke.
What do you think the value should have been?
50 million. 50 million up front, and then add-ons will come, whatever. That's what it should have been. Altogether 60 million with add-ons and everything else at the most. But it's overall it's 85 million euros.
But you know Nuruddin, right? We're Man United.
Let me finish. Let me just finish. Manchester negotiated. They missed the time to get him in quickly, go on the preseason, interrogating it, the adaptation quickly, quickly become parts of the team, spirit, should have gone on a tour, adapted everything, should have happened. But it's a disgrace. But then people are telling me murder madness. Do I think the Glazers are staying? I think the Glazers will stay. Two of them will stay because they don't want to let this club go. And Ratcliffe and the Snake or another hedge fund will put up the money, the $1.5 billion that they need, will put up that money. The Glazers will be here to stay. Facts. That's what I think. They might not have been a majority, but to me, a little ounce, a sandust of a Glazer for me, the fight continues. And anybody who facilitates that, they're the enemy of Manchester United fans. And I'm not here for Ratcliffe, the Rat or anybody else facilitating any staying of any fucking Glazer for 0.5%, 0.0%. I'm not here for that. I want those vultures fucking gone once and for all. That is my humble opinion.
I was just going to ask Tom this question then, about the money, yeah?
The money, let me explain something to you. The market value is 3.7 billion. Now, the Sheikh Jassim and the Qatar bid have always said their last and final bid was equivalent to 6 billion. That's what they said. That's what the report says, 6 billion, and that's their last offer. 6 billion in pounds, over $7 billion US dollars. That is about journalists who are getting briefed from the Rain Group are telling you what the Sheikh Jassim camp is saying is not reality in public. It's not the reality what they're shouting, saying how much they're over evaluating how much they evaluate for Manchester United, and it's not 6 billion. It's nowhere near 6 billion.
Well, I was going to say, because it's so. I asked myself, how badly did the Sheikh, the Qataris, how badly did they want the club? And obviously, we discussed this before between the difference between 5.2 billion and 6 billion is 800 million. Might not seem like a lot, but we've already discussed this. It's 800 million. It's almost a billion. So I'm always intrigued by how far the bids have gone and the reality of what's actually been bid. Like to me, it doesn't seem like 6 billion has been bid. And, but then again, this is what makes this whole thing crazy, because we don't know whether they would accept 6 billion or not, because it's obviously cloak and dagger. So this is what I find fascinating. So I was going to ask Tom, do you really think Sheikh Jassim has actually bid 6 billion or not?
I don't think so, no.
Right,
I'll give the context as to why. If they overpay now for Manchester United, even if it's Sheikh Jassim the individual or Qatar as the state, anything that they ever want to buy, they'll have to overpay to ever buy anything again. That's the reason why. Because if they pay £6 billion and they dance to the Glazers tune, oh right, you just bought a football club for £6 billion. All right, you want to buy a share in, I don't know, Morrison's? Not going to happen.
Something like that.
You're going to pay double the market value of what a share is in Morrison's. You want to buy into a big US bank, or you want to put some investment money from QIA into there. Oh right, interest payments will triple then, because we need the money as a bank at this point in time and at the high climate.
This is where I disagree with Tom. This is where I disagree. It's not the first time I've heard that analysis. This is where I totally disagree. If you get the best football operators, they will do deals for you. Everybody knows that Manchester City have got a bottom pot of money.
Bottomless pit of money.
Bottomless pit of money. That's what they have. Everybody knows that. They've got brilliant football operators, and they don't pay. They only pay market price for their players. So I'm sorry, but I reject that completely. I reject that completely.
But it's Manchester City and it's Manchester United. But
what I'm saying to you, you can then, if the Qatar want to pay for that 6 billion, that doesn't mean that any deal that they do future, they're going to get ripped off. No chance. If you got the best negotiators and the best operators in the business, they will always get you the best deal. And Manchester City, player like
got no
Kane,
deal.
Listen, Kane was 130. The guy wanted. They walked away. They said 100 million, or that's it. They walked away from him. And you know what? They've not looked back. They went and bought Haaland the season after. That is how big clubs move. So I don't buy the argument that if Sheikh Jassim and the Qataris pay 6 billion for Manchester United, that means everybody's going to rip them off for any deal they do in the future. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I do not believe that.
They're going to try and pull their pants down for anything that they want to do. And the reason being is, based upon, if they can fork out £6 billion for, let's be honest, a damaged football club, which really you're going to need to spend $1 billion on the stadium. So that's 7. You're then going to have to spend $1 billion on the debt, if you want to get rid of all of that, potentially upwards of that. There's 8. If you want a new training facility, that's going to cost maybe 200-300 million. The numbers are suddenly going to add up, and you're going to be closer to double-digit billions for really a deprived and failing football club.
They've got the Qataris have a bottomless pit of money.
Yeah, and you're saying
the biggest thing for me. Listen, the biggest thing for me is that argument is not because they know what they're getting into, but bringing Manchester United back to the top is going to be with the hell of a story, and it's going to bring so much eyes, so much revenue, so many things to this football club that
Yeah, but
they might get one of those 1 or 2 billions back.
We already know that the story, that's not going to be the story. It's not even been the story in the build-up while they've been bidding for it. Because you have the perfect glamour of Manchester City Football Club winning the treble, and then you have the human rights, sports washing abusers that are trying to buy Manchester United Football Club. So
no, that's not been the story. At the end of the day, that's to me. I've not seen it. Manchester City, I've won a treble under the darkest cloud any football club ever be on.
But nobody's reporting the darkest cloud, Nurdin.
No. I have seen, to be fair, after the treble, a lot of people were questioning: is this treble for real?
Come on, Nurdin, not really. There
was some analysis on the radio and on places like Sky, where journalists were coming on there going, is this treble tainted? That question was asked. There were a couple of phone-ins on radio.
Yeah, but not on mass, Nurdin, only in small.
No. Listen, of course the journalists are falling over themselves. Of course they are. Because they always want to be side and have access to Pep Guardiola, everybody else. But for me, that notion is that, to me, you always get the operators in their best in their field. They will always negotiate transfers and anything else that you want to get involved in. Just because you overpay for something doesn't mean that everybody's going to rip you off. That does not mean. It actually means far from it. Some people realize and go, well, I actually overpaid. Do you think I'm a mug? I'm going to overpay again for a player. It's about the football operations. Manchester City have laid a blueprint down. Liverpool laid another blueprint down where they were selling players and actually negotiating hard and tough like a proper football club did with analytics and that guy that they had who was there for a couple of years to go and sign the players. It's not that difficult. It's not fucking rocket science, but only Manchester United under the Glazonomics tells you that, Jarvis. Am I right or wrong?
It's hard to say, but
when it comes to no one can say.
When you come to
Liverpool and Man City, have not been the best operators of football.
Hang on. Say again, Jarvis. Sorry.
I'm just going to correct you on something when it comes to, for example, transfers and Manchester City. You say they never overpay. You know why? Because they always pay up one time. You know, when we buy players, we bought Lukaku for
that's why I said 80 million. That's what I mean by Glazonomics.
And they pay them for over 6 years or something.
Jarvis, that's what I mean by Glazonomics.
They want to buy it, Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, here's 50 million. Take it right away.
Jarvis, that's the point I'm making, Jarvis. That's the point I just made. I think you guys have missed the point. That's what I said about Glazonomics. That's what I mentioned Glazers. Because everybody knows we have to get the money from the banks and we pay installments. Man City don't. That's what I'm saying to you. You get the best operators in world football, but carry on. I don't want anybody to miss that. That's why I mentioned Glazonomics. We don't have the best operators. We've got Glazonomics where we stingily pay. We take our time. We drag it out. We get it out on the news because our CEO, Richard Arnold, is on the record for saying he prefers transfer speculations because it brings a lot of traffic to our social media networks. That's it, but carry on.
Yeah, and when it comes to the sale, I really think the Glazers will sell, but it only will take time, as Tom mentioning. Will the Qataris overpay? Well, the problem is the sales will be open because it's on the New York Stock Exchange, so they can't pay them under the table or whatever. It's like a closed sale. So that's a problem for the Qataris. And Tom mentioning 6 billion plus one extra, maybe 1.5 for the stadium and one for the death. Then we are in 8.5, and we have to pay out the remaining shareholders because the Qataris wants 100% of the club. So how much money will that be? Maybe 1.5 billion extra. So then we are about 11 billion. So it's a lot of money, and it takes time. And it's not easy. It's very complicated. But first of all, we have to pay out the 6 siblings. I think we can do. The Qataris can do 1 billion each. I think they will do it if they have to. But they're not suckers. They don't want to overpay. They will drag it out because someone is speculating about the Ineos and the Ratcliffe are that the Glazers are using them to up the bid. And maybe they do. Maybe they do. So that's why I think Qataris are careful.
Yeah, even if they did get the club, I mean, if they've paid these sort of rates upwards of £6 billion, or when you convert it upwards of $7 billion, whenever they try and go for a player, and if we're sticking with what we've got right here and now in terms of the operators, because that's all that we can go off of, we can't speculate about operators that we don't have.
No, we can't speculate. No, we can't. I'm sorry, Tom. We can.
Any
No,
player
Tom,
that
we
we
can.
go
No, Tom, we can. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to inject in there. We can, because Manchester City have done it and Liverpool have done it. And they've been successful for the past decade. More successful than Manchester United. I'm sorry. It's not that difficult. It's not rocket science.
Hold on, Nuruddin. Let him come back. Come on.
No new owner is going to come into any football club and pull every single person out straight away. They do it over time. They have, say, a 60-day.
Obviously.
Yeah. So
that's obvious.
In terms of, you're not going to pull Richard Arnold out and then suddenly replace him with your guy straight away. Or
no, that's obvious.
You're going to pull John Merto out of director of football. You're going to work with these people and actually see what they've got to do.
Yeah,
or
no, that's
if they can
obvious.
actually fulfill.
That's obvious.
Because listen,
and they'll get found out.
We can sit here and be surprised about certain things. We don't know what maybe the Qataris or Ratcliffe or whoever could see in John Merto. They could see, oh, well, he's a good sporting director. He can get the right sort of players, but he never gets the good deals. That's the problem. Oh, but we can help with that now because we've got the cash injection here that we can give him. Right, you can go and buy any player in the world now. Go and back our manager. But in saying that, in this circumstance, even if the Qataris were to come in, we already know that this endless cesspit of cash that we've all been swimming around with, any player that you go for, irrespective if that's what we end up paying or not, they are going to charge the Man United tax on top of, Qatari cesspit of cash. So what we've just been quoted of 100 million euros for Atalanta, for Rasmus Højlund, or upwards of them sort of tree figures, it might not be end up what we're paying, but whenever you go and inquire about any player, they're going to add it up. Over. And suddenly, unless, like you say, and that's the one point I agree with you, unless we start and actually get some proper negotiators into the football club who can negotiate players down to reasonable levels, or as Jarvis said, just pay them straight out. Pay for the players straight out. You're not paying over 5-6 years and all this other crap. Pay the club out. You don't ever have to deal with them again. You've got your man, you've got the player, move on. But
and the reason why Jarvis said that, can we just inform the audience? The reason why Jarvis said because most football clubs prefer cash up front, then they can go and then operate quickly. The money they're getting for that player, they can operate it quickly, use that money, that cash for anything. Majority of football clubs prefer that way. That's why Manchester City are successful in the way they negotiate. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that. I'm not making the assumptions that Qatar are gonna come in and sack people right, left, and center. No, in big business, in corporate world, you give the people opportunity. You see if they come good or if they fail, and then you get rid of them. You slowly do it. Nobody comes in and quickly gets rid of everybody. Majority of businesses that happens unless you've got exceptional people on standby to take over the reins. There's a problem with the business.
That's why.
So I'll just say this. What I'm saying to you is that Manchester City have proven the blueprint. Liverpool, who don't even have the money anywhere near, have proven the blueprint that if you've got negotiators who then can give the cash away to these clubs, you can get the players at a cheaper price and rate. You can. And that's what I believe. Now, Qatar can come in and do the opposite. 100%. I'm open to that. They can come in, get people in charge, sack Merta, Chuck Arnold, get even worse people in charge than them, and then absolutely do a chaos, and then we're back to square one again. That could happen as well. What I'm just saying to you is that the blueprint is there, it's written. It's there, it's clear. It's worked for a decade. One of the clubs, successful. Chelsea were the same. Chelsea used to have firms, football firms, personally advising Ibrahimovic. That's why Chelsea always went for players. That's why Chelsea always can sell players who never kick the ball for Chelsea's first team. They can sell them for 25 million, 30 million.
And I give an example. For example, if you sell a car, £10,000, or you can sell it for I can buy £10,000 and I'll give you £2,000 a year for 5 years. You don't want to sell. What do you choose? £10,000 right away, or that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Another thing, I have a theory about the sales process, because it's very much going on at the moment. You see, we are hiring people in key positions. We have just hired a new key negotiator in the middle of a sales process, Matt Hargreaves. It's very strange. We've
not just hired him. We've hired a couple of other people since
yeah,
the sale.
yeah, and other
it's
people
about
in
four or five
in
yeah.
key positions, and we have the
Adidas deal.
Adidas deal, like 2 years early. So it's we are stuck with Adidas the next 12 years. We have in the last report from Man United, our income as earnings has gone up. So a lot of things at the moment looks very strange, because it's like the Glazers are putting makeup on Man United for a sales process. So I think maybe we will sell.
Jarvis, it could be for a sale process, or it could be that they want to stay. So that is wherever you would take it, is however you want to take it. But listen, big up to everybody. We've gone for 2 hours tonight. It's been one of the record-breaking 2 hours shows again. Big up to Jarvis. Welcome back. The tan's looking lovely. 3 weeks
Thank
in
you.
the US. Big up to you. Big up to Tom. Still on a run. 3-course meal in a 5-star restaurant in Manchester. My meal is there. I can't wait for that. Because Tom said within 8 or 9 months the deal will be completed, and at this moment in time,
No. Get the terms right. A year.
Okay. I'll give you the 3 months. I'll give you the 3 months. Big up to you, Tom. The meal is still there, right? Big up to Malcolm. Lovely to see Malcolm. Go and check out his YouTube channel. He's there.
Yeah, big up,
United. Yeah, MK United 19. Big up. Make sure you check out Irfan Rainey at Irfan Rainey on Twitter and Irfan Rainey on Instagram. And make sure you check out at Jarvis Cocker, Bowley, BOLE 77. And make sure you also check him out at Man UFC Realist TV with our Mick as well. Big up to Mick as well. And big up to Man UFC Realist TV, everybody. Love and light. Big up to every one of the people who called in tonight. All of them been fabulous, brilliant analytics, answered all of the questions. Big up to everybody there from the US, from the Caribbean. We've had it all, from Ireland, from the Cockney Reds. We've had it all. So love and light to everybody. Win, lose or draw. Glazers out. Bankers out. For me, the Glazers ain't going anywhere. And I told you that, number one, Reuters clickbaited you. Number two, I told you Bloomberg clickbaited you. I told you even Rio Ferdinand jumped on the bandwagon and clickbaited you. I told you everybody, every of this eye in the know on Twitter clickbaiting you. I'm undefeated. It's 10-0 at this moment in time. 10-0 to me, Mr. Vindicator. I'm vindicated. I told everybody the Glazers were playing games. They ain't selling Man United just like that. And everybody who told me at the end of March, beginning of May, at the end of May, and I told you about every single deadline as well. I said all of those deadlines are fake deadlines. Fake deadlines, and I've been right about every one of them. So we will see. We shall see. Only time will tell. I can look like a muppet, and I'm happy to look like a muppet, because in that day, I'll be absolutely going off my head, celebrating like a madman. If they absolutely F off from this football club, or I'll be forever vindicated. It is what it is, people. I think some of them are going to stay. I think they're looking for that investment. They might have made the revenues. We might have increased our revenues lately, but £1 billion is still a hole in this football club. The infrastructure is crazy. It's bad. The infrastructure is really bad. The training ground, our women's are still playing in. They're still playing in Lee. So we shall see, people. But love and light, people. Look after each other. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're watching this later, people, if you're watching this later, answer the 3 questions. I'll go through it again. 1, are you optimistic about the season? 2, are you happy with the signings we made? Number 3, do you believe the Glazers are going to sell or stay? There we go. They're going to stay with an investment. They still need the investment, but they're going to stay with the investment. So please, those of you who listen to this, who watch this podcast later on, get in the comments, get involved, and please spread the word about the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10K. Big up. We're almost now, I think we're a couple of, we're 100 away or something like that from being 7,500. So We're on the road to 8K and 10K. So big up to everybody. Love and like, smash a like on the video. It's been your Reels Raw Red Pod. Big up, love and light. Take care, people. Peace. Glazers out, bankers out always.